Hey, Benjamin Soma here. I wanted to show you how to set up the chord player to work with the Launchpad X. There are a few different ways we can do this, but I think the easiest way is just to go into the third custom mode, which is by default just like user 1 on the old Launchpad. So just hit custom and then send A, and then pull up the Launchpad template in your download and make sure the colorizer, the MIDI from and to, is set to the secondary MIDI in and out to your Launchpad. And then on the chord player track, make sure the MIDI from is coming from your secondary MIDI in on the Launchpad. And on the colorizer device itself, of course, we need to select the Launchpad setting here. And I actually recommend that you turn off the automatic refresh. In this mode, the lights don't actually change normally. So all you really need to do is send the Launchpad the colors one time and then they'll stay put. So this way, with it turned off, it's not sending extra data all the time. And I've actually found it to be a little bit glitchy at times with audio on my system. Maybe it might be different for you, but you might as well just turn it off because you don't need to send it more than once. And on the chord player track, the device, of course, we need to select our Launchpad. And that should be already set that way if you pull up the Launchpad template. And as for the instrument track, I have this set to no output on the chord player track, and then the MIDI from coming from the chord player track on this track here, the instrument track. But another way we can set this up, of course, is to select our instrument track on the output of the chord player track. And I have a secondary keyboard here. And this way I can use my sustain pedal of my Axiom Air keyboard alongside my Launchpad, which is great because there isn't any kind of sustain pedal input on this device, unlike the push. So this is a way that I recommend if you have a secondary keyboard with a sustain pedal. And so I mentioned there are a few different ways to do this. In addition to using the user 1 mode, we can actually just select the note mode that works just like the push. So if we long press on the note button and select red here, that means that we're in chromatic mode. And up here on the furthest left button, we have no overlap set. And that way we have C1 from left to right, all the way bottom to top, all the way up to D sharp 6. And that's just like the push. So if we were to use this mode on the chord player device, we need to select the push. And with this set this way, the colorizer actually won't work properly. So you can just turn it off completely. And if you don't really need to use the colorizer, then by all means, this might be a quicker way to set this up for you. But a third way we can set this up is if we create a custom mode using the components software. Now I've created this setting using MIDI notes C1 from left to right, bottom to top to D sharp 6 with these special colors set to the off color. And that way I have the lights already set up without using the colorizer at all. So this might be another way that would be even faster for you to set up the chord player. So those are the different ways we can set this up to work with the chord player. You can find out more at benjaminsoma.com. Enjoy.